save me some.
Dun 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 dun. Yeah, that was me doing like Dr. Dre, Snoop Doggy Dogg thing. Yeah, and guess what happened? Um, so welcome to my channel. Hello, my friends. That's where I'm supposed to stop. Guess what happened? So the wife, we've been having some kind of issues going on in the family. Some family issues going on. We got some family. We always got family issues going on. Listen, I got 3 daughters and I got 1 son. Okay, and I got my wife and I got me and we got like not really anybody else. Okay, but they got people in their lives and I got people. I don't really have people in my life. So I'm kind of just in the middle of this mess. But they got things going on. Okay, so the wife and I have things going on with the children. And the weekend came and she's like she was supposed to go out and she wanted to go out to go hang with the girls at the beach or whatever, some kind of, I don't know, cabin or some cabin by the lake or whatever. I don't know. I spit on your grave. I don't know what was about to happen over there, but she wanted to go to this thing. She wanted to go to this thing that was like just a partying and drinking and I don't know, talking ladies' night, okay? Which I was like, we got things going on. My son's got things going on. My daughter's got things going on. We got things going on. I can't just get up and get in my car and disappear for 2 days, okay? How come you can get in your car and disappear for 2 days? So you what you're gonna do is on top of I'm gonna work all week and then you're gonna get in the car, disappear for 2 days and sit in I don't know, a canoe or whatever, go canoeing, okay? You're gonna go canoeing for 2 days while I'm here in the middle of the turmoil and mess that we're going. Listen, my son's on his way to college. He needs to get a car. He's got issues going on. We try and take care of all of those issues. And on top of that, my daughter got issues. My other daughter got issues. Everybody got some issues. My wife got issues. I got issues. We all got issues. And you want to leave me here so you can go canoeing because you think this is like a whitewater summer or something. You're gonna go rafting or whatever. I don't know where she was planning on going. I really didn't even care at that point. I was like, I'm like, everything's going on right now, and you're gonna jump ship on me. What's going on here? You're gonna literally jump ship. I feel like I'm on the Titanic. Titanic's sinking, and you just jumped into the last boat, and I'm hanging. I'm Jack, and I'm hanging off the side of the raft, and she's like, "Listen, I'm going rafting this weekend, and there ain't no room for you." And that's the way it is. So hey, bye bye. You know that music that I can't do. Yeah. That's Celine Dion crap. Anyway, so I'm sitting there on Friday night, and I'm like, hey, I'm like, what can we do? We should go do something. We should go do something together to get our minds off of this mess, because I came home from work and we dealt with a whole bunch of crap, okay? The whole bunch of crap we had to deal with, and I didn't want to deal with it. Plus, it was like major cleaning day at the school. Listen, I teach preschool, okay? If you don't know that, if you don't watch the channel, I teach preschool. So if you teach a preschool, there's a lot of different things that kids carry around. Foot and mouth disease, coronavirus, there's all kinds of stuff that could be coming into the school. So that school has to be spotless. I mean, it has to be sprayed down with bleach and water. I mean, we wash the floor with a combination of bleach, water, and vinegar, and we mop the floors, and then we take the toys, and we spray the toys down with bleach, and then they gotta air dry, and then you gotta pull out the different toys, and you gotta sweep and dust. Kids be messy, and if you have one kid, you try keeping 9 kids in one room, with cheese jacks and cheese balls and popcorn, all kind. Listen, they make messes. That's what children do. That's what they're made for. They're made to make messes, and lovable little mess makers. That's what they are. And so it was a Friday, and I'm like, so I'm gonna stay half an hour late, busting my butt, moving. And I'm not a little guy. Listen, if you watch this channel, see, I film myself from the neck up, because if you've seen the movie, what was that movie there? Not Elephant. What was it? Not Elephant. The one with the big guy. The one with the big guy. Whale. Was it Whale? Whale. Yeah. If you've seen the Whale movie, yeah. One of these days, I'm gonna drop the camera down on the floor and it's gonna go like this, and you're gonna be like, oh, like the end of that movie, like all those the kids that were that he was teaching in the class, and you'll be like, ooh, ah. Yeah, I'm not a little guy. So for me to be like moving furniture and running around on my hands and knees, scrubbing things and everything is a feat. It's okay, it's a feat. I was perspiring, I was sweating, I was aggravated. I was not in the mood to deal with her. I'm going water rafting or whatever, wherever the hell she was going. I'm going to the campsite to go sit by the campfire and roast marshmallows. Okay, while you're roasting marshmallows, I'm dealing with life. Okay, so what happened was, as I get home and I'm like, I literally told her, I said, in order to get everything out of the way, because we were so burnt out. She was burnt out. I was burnt out. I'm like, we just need to get out. We need to get out of this house. We need to get out now. And I'm like, so I typed in what's happening in our area, what's happening tonight in our area or whatever. And a bunch of things popped up, and I'm like, oh, this is go. We could have went to go see. I think it was not Matchbox 20. The one with Bob Dylan's son. Wallflowers. The Wallflowers were playing at a casino that was like it was probably about an hour and change, maybe 2-hour drive to get to the casino. But I was like, maybe we can go do that tonight. And then she's like, but I'm like, I own the Wallflowers stuff, but I'm not really that excited about going to see the Wallflowers. So then I start scrolling down, and I see that they got tickets for Snoop Doggy Dogg. And I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on a second. What are they going for? What's the deal? So I didn't know this, but I guess if you purchase tickets the day of the event, there are a lot of tickets that I guess have been left behind, or people didn't pick up, or people didn't order, or people never came, or whatever situation. But the tickets are cheaper if you buy them the day of the event. So I'm looking at the thing and I'm like, do you want to go see Snoop Dogg tonight? Because they got Too Short opening. And Wiz Khalifa, I wasn't a big Wiz Khalifa fan. I wasn't very familiar of a Wiz Khalifa, but I was into the old school Too Short and Warren G was there. So my people at like 40 years plus, you know what I'm talking about. Warren G, Dr. Dre, those guys, Snoop Doggy Dogg, they were playing in a place near our area. But in order for us to get there, we would have had to drive, I think it was like 45 minutes from where we were. And she's like, well, we're going to miss the opening thing there if we decide we're going to do that. And how much are the tickets? And she's like, well, it's like $80 a ticket, whatever. I'm like, you know what? I said, for me and you to go out for a night, buy the tickets. And then we figured we'd ask my son. I'm like, hey, he's been down. Things been going on. I'm like, you want to get out of the house? You want to go see Snoop Dogg with us? He's like, yeah, I'll go see Snoop Dogg with your dad. And before you know it, we're all in the car. I just dropped, I don't know, like $300+ or whatever, paying for. Because if you order tickets on Ticketmaster now, if you didn't know this, if you're paying with PayPal, you can pay in for. So I'm still paying for the concert that I did go see, but I did get to go see Snoop Dogg, Too Short, and Warren G, which I thought was kind of cool, and this Wiz Khalifa guy, which I did enjoy. I did enjoy. He did a song together with a couple of songs together with Snoop at the end, and just the fact to say that I got to see Snoop Dogg, because back in the day when I was in high school and stuff, I did still see a lot of rappers back in the day. Okay, I was always into rock. I've always been into rock music, but I've also I kind of listen to everything. I listen to some Beethoven. I listen to some Mozart. I listen to some Snoop Doggy Dogg. I listen to some Guns N' Roses. I listen to Metallica. I listen to some what do I got behind me? What's that big collection I got behind me there? Insane Clown Posse. Yeah, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, you don't have to just be like into one thing. You know what I mean? I'm into a whole bunch of things. I collect a whole bunch of things. I love all kinds of music. So I was like, yeah, I'd like to go see. I mean, I've seen House of Pain. I've seen Cypress Hill numerous times. And I was like, yeah, I've never seen Snoop Doggy Dogg. I'll go see Snoop Doggy Dogg. I would have loved to go. I've seen Eminem, so I was like, I'll go see a rapper. I'll go see a rap group. It's a night out, and not only that, the place I'm sure has sandwiches of sorts. I'm sure they have this. I'm sure there's cheeseburgers and certain kind of meats on a stick. And I can't pass up meats on a stick. I don't listen. Unless you're a vegan or vegetarian, I apologize. I'm sorry. Please do not unsubscribe. But I can't pass up meat on a stick. If you put meat on a stick, I don't care what kind of meat it is. You can take bologna, stick it on a stick, and fry it up. I'm going to eat it as long as it's on a stick. Any kind of meat on a stick, I can't turn away. And for some reason, there's a smell. There's a smell of meat on a stick. When you walk by a place that has, whether it be a food truck or whatever it is, and it's meat cooking on a grill on a stick, if there's something about it, I'm just telling you, you can't pass it. So I think I was more excited about just going to get something on a stick. And did I get it? That's probably what you're asking. No, I did not. I ended up having a cheeseburger. It was like but it was a rodeo giant cheeseburger with French fries and whatever. I don't know what made it a rodeo though, because I did not find any. I know the rodeo Burger King ones. You have a an onion ring on top, and they put barbecue sauce on. There was no barbecue sauce on it. It just tastes like a regular cheeseburger to me. I have no idea what the deal was, but it was good. It was good, and the concept was good. But with that said, I got 3 packages. I'm gonna open up, and three packages. This one says fragile. Handle me with care. And let's see what I got. Let's see what I got. I'm gonna go with the smaller ones because I did have somebody say, you're turning into a CD channel. Yeah, well, I've been buying a lot of CDs lately because I think CDs are kind of going out, and I'm a little concerned that I'm not gonna get the complete when I need the complete, and the price of things are just going crazy. So I'm like, I better buy them now before they disappear, and the prices seem to be right. All right, this is a copy of, and I want to thank, this is actually a subscriber, and I do not have my phone in front of me, so I do not have the subscriber's name, but he or she, I'm sorry, because I can't remember off the top of my head who it was, because I can't remember like 10 minutes ago. So if I repeat myself, it's just because my Alzheimer's is setting in, so just get used to it, and let's roll. For some reason, Body Count, the Ice-T heavy metal group came up, and he was like, or she was like, I'm pretty sure it was a he. It was he. Hey, I own the body. Did you get this certain Body Count album or whatever? And I'm like, wow, I've been like out of the loop. You know, the problem is that back in the day, you could go into like a Newberry Comics or a FYE or a Strawberries Records and Tapes or a Record Town or whatever, and you could see the new releases of the new cassette tapes or the new CDs or whatever. Nowadays, they don't exist no more. So in order for you to keep in track of your favorite band, and I got so many of them, I got so many favorite bands to keep track of, I got to actually go on Amazon, and I have to scan down every single new release, and I try to do it at least once a week. But sometimes I miss a few things, and I guess what happened was in the case of Body Count, I missed 3 titles. Okay, so I of course I have the first one with Cop Killer on it. I got the first, that was the classic. That and there's a story behind that. I did order a second one. I own one, but because of the sun, and I just did a science project with the children showing them what sun damage does to paper and things like that, and how we want to keep things out. My windows are all blacked out in this room right here. They're all blacked out. I literally got black paper covering all the windows, and the blinds are shut, and I got curtains over them. This room is blacked out beyond belief because I'm afraid of the sun. Okay, sun does damage. Okay, and I showed the kids. I said I put a piece of paper in the window. In 3 days, that blue paper turned white, and they were like in shock. And I was like, yeah, because that's what the sun does to it. So my Body Count CD, because I had the area of the room that I had it in back in the day when I first owned it, it got some sun damage on the side piece where it says Body Count. So I went online, and because this guy triggered this whole Body Count thing, I'm like, wow, I missed out on the last 3 Body Count albums. Like, I might as well buy the first one over again because mine's not in good condition. So I did, and then I realized I was missing three other titles, and then he's telling me that I need to get the special editions because they have extra songs on them. And I'm looking at the prices of special editions. I'm like, wow, that one's really expensive. That one you can only get from Germany, and but you know what? I ordered them all anyway. And this was the first one to come in. This one's called Body Count Manslaughter, and this is one of the ones one out of the 3 that I didn't have. The other 2 you will be seeing me unboxing maybe today. I don't know. I got 2 other things here. I have no idea what they are. And this one, let's check the condition, because nowadays you have to buy your CDs used because there isn't. This is mint. Good. You just don't. There's no place to buy CDs anymore. There's no place. I mean, Best Buy don't sell them. If you go to Walmart, you're gonna get the censored ones. If you go to Target, they have one row of new releases, and then everything else is that that I don't even know what that stuff is. You know what that stuff. Okay, listen, if you haven't noticed this, if you're people that leave the house and go like shopping, okay, I don't know if it's BTA or BTO or what it is like Asian groups, like an Asian group, and they are like monopolizing the whole CD industry or something. So something's going on. I don't know who they are. Okay, I don't care who they are. Okay, because it's all that weird techno. Whatever that stuff is. I don't know what that stuff is. Okay, but excuse me if you're a BTA, a BTO, or BTU, or whatever the fan. It starts with a B. I know it starts with a B, or maybe it's T. I don't know. But if you're a fan of it, and all they release is box sets, these expensive little box sets, and all the music sounds exactly the same. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure Beat Saber for your Oculus has music by them on it, and I've listened to it a couple times, and what it is like, it's like Asian people singing over like this techno beat and whatever. And I'm like, nah, it's not for me. But they've taken over the target area. You can't get a copy of Body Count, but you can get 4,000 different versions of these box sets of this group that I have no idea what is. This thing jiggling about in here? Is this? That's steady. All right. Yeah. So yeah, that viewer and subscriber, thank you. Thank you for making me spend $80 to be exact. It was like $80 for those 3 CDs. I guess they're all out of print. I guess they don't make them anymore, and now they're worth a lot of money. And so I kind of dropped the ball in between my collecting, and on top of that, I realized that I was missing Ice-T's first album, Rhyme Pays. So of course I had to throw that in the mix because I'm like, I got Power and I got Home Invasion, I got the Iceberg, I got all the rest of those, and I'm like, now I'm missing. I was missing the first rhyme. I was missing the first Ice-T album. So I was like, I got to grab that too now. Okay. This one is from Alan Brown from Applesauce Music. So once again, this is probably a CD of some sort. And oh, how convenient. Okay. Yeah, it's from Discogs. Okay, I ordered this from Discogs, and I had to ask the guy specifically. I'm like, does it have Cop Killer on it, or does it have that freedom of speech, just watch what you say on it? Which one does it have? And he's like, yes, this is the Cop Killer one. So the reason why it's in a nice little baggy thing, which is all well and good, but the reason why I'm actually attempting to open the back of this thing is I can't see the back of the cover, and so I got to get rid of my packing slip. My packing slip has to go, and yep, last song on this. Oh, this is very, very mint. Look at that. Very, very mint. Spine is beautiful. That's the word I was looking for. The spine. I don't want to lose that. I want to save that. Yeah, this is the first Body Count album, the one that was banned. And I was kind of hoping that this was going to come in because I did tell the guy that there's a story behind my and it's mint. Story behind my Body Count. When Body Count first came out, this album first came out. Of course, everybody knows that the song Cop Killer was so controversial, and everybody wanted this album banned, and you couldn't buy it unless you were 18 years old, and at the time I was not. Right? I definitely was not. I was not. I was still in high school. Okay, I was not 18 years old yet. But the CD came out. Well, actually, the cassette tape. I'm aging myself. The cassette tape came out. So what I did is I went in to go purchase it, and I went into I believe it was a Sam Goody. Because Goody's got it, yeah. So I went into Sam Goody, and I'm like, yeah, I want the new Body Count. You got the new Body Count? They're like, yeah, it's right up on the wall. Hundreds of copies right there on the wall. There they are. Brand new release. Everybody's buying it. Everybody wants it for that one Cop Killer song or whatever. And I go bring it up to the register, go pay for it. Nope. License. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's my license. Yeah. Oh, well, you're not 18. I'm like, I didn't know you had to be 18. Well, parental advisory sticker, and this is a real, controversial bad album or whatever. We can't sell it to you. I'm like, oh, okay. You can't sell it to me. Yeah, you got to be at least 18 to purchase this thing. I'm like, okay. All right, well, thank you. And I was aggravated. Okay, I left the place aggravated. I was probably like 16. Probably 16 when I'm thinking I was around 16 when I bought my first Body Count album. Maybe 15. 15, 16, 17. Whatever it wasn't 18. So what I did was I went and grabbed my grandmother, who would pretty much buy me anything that if I asked her to pick it up for me. Hey, buy this for me? And I went back with her. She was in the mall at the time. And we went back into the store. And I'm like, hey, Grandma, that's what I want right there. And I'm like, I'll give you the money. You just pay for it for me. You got to buy it for me. And she didn't even question why. She didn't question why she had to pay for it. She didn't question why she had to bring it up to the register. She didn't question it. And she was just buying it. So we go up to the register, and she puts it on the counter, and I'm standing right on the side of it, which was probably a stupid move because they're like, there's that kid that was here 20 minutes earlier, by himself trying to buy a copy. So now we know that he just talked his grandmother into buying the copy, which is, and they were just doing their jobs or whatever. I don't know, knocking me out, whatever, knocking meaning narcotics me out, you know what I mean? And so she puts it on the counter, and they're like, are you buying this for him? And she's like, yeah, I'm buying it, because she didn't know. I didn't tell her. She's like, yeah, I'm buying it for him. And they're like, are you aware that this album is very explicit, very controversial, and it has a song on it that is being banned, and there's all kinds of stuff going on with this album? And she looked me right in the face, and she goes, no, I didn't. you didn't tell me that. You didn't tell me that this was a bad album or whatever. And I looked at it, I'm like, no, it's not. It's all the kids got it. They all got it. They all got a copy. I want a copy too. Whatever. Can you get it for me? And she looked at the guy, and she goes, it's all set. I'm buying it. It's all set. No questions asked. She purchased it for me, and then I had myself my copy of the first copy of Body Count, and I went home and I listened to it. And I got to tell you, as popular as Cop Killer was and is, as far as being controversial and such, I will tell you that the rest of the album is excellent. His cover of, where is it? This is the one, right? Make sure my head is not. Sometimes my head goes. Is it on here? So it's got what? Hang on a second. Is that on the second album? Because he does I think it's on the second album. Wow, that's messed up. I was thinking that. Okay, so on the second album, he does a copy of I believe it's Hey Joe is on the second album, but by Jimi Hendrix. But there's a song on it that to me tops the Cop Killer song on this album, and it's The Mama's Gonna Die Tonight. Okay, I would listen to that song over and over and over and over again. And I gotta tell you, being a fan of Ice-T and then listening to him go from rap to heavy metal, and his voice is like perfect for both. And watching him perform metal music and watching him perform rap music, like I remember Ice-T when he was in the movie Breakin'. Remember when he was a DJ in the movie Breakin'? Yeah, I'm going way back now. He was the DJ in the movie Breakin'. And he had he was all like with the chains and the weird 80s style stuff, and then all of a sudden he became like this pimp. He was he came out with Rhyme Pays, and then the Power album was the first album I purchased, and then I went back and I bought Rhymes Pays, and then and then everything after that I just purchased. But he went from this 80s whatever DJ to this like hardcore rapper to then this hardcore heavy metal rock star, you know what I mean? And I absolutely love this album. I thought this album was great. I mean, and the controversy thing is what sold it for a lot of people. They were all like, yeah, we gotta get a copy. And even now, if you go online to purchase this, I paid $22 for this, which you're probably thinking you already own a copy. You bought it because of the spine being a little bit out of. Yeah, I'm a little bit funny like that. If it was bothering me, I do not own the other version, the rated, like the one where they put freedom of speech, just watch what I say on it. It's actually going pretty cheap, so I'm thinking I'm probably gonna pick that up too, just so I can have that one song that took the place of Cop Killer, just so it kind of the story behind it kind of goes together. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna slide this back together. So yeah, it is there. The guy did a good job. He'll be getting my positive feedback. I did get this off of Discogs. I tried to stay away from eBay because eBay was getting big money. I think the lowest one on this was an acceptable condition, going for like $40. And when it says acceptable condition, it's not acceptable. And I was not going to pay $40. But this guy on this Discogs thing, he had it, and I sent him a message. He got right back to me. I'm like, is this the one with Cop Killer? He's like, this is the one. I'm like, in the condition? He goes, mint. I'm like, okay. 100% feedback you got? Man, you want to keep it that way? It better be. And it was. There's my little story. And I told the guy that sent me the message, whatever, that I would have a story when I finally opened up whatever I opened. So yeah, that was a thing. This one's from Clocks and Rigs, which Clocks and Rigs, as we know, is Scream Factory or Shout Factory. Yes, they go by some kind of alias. I don't know what that is there. And it is finally out to Blu-ray. A Shout Factory. They put this on the Shout or Scream? Actually, put it on the Scream. Personally, I wouldn't classify this as a Scream. I would classify this more as a Shout because it's a comedy, not really a horror. But finally out on Blu-ray is Little Nicky with Adam Sandler. Yes, and this has got a slew there, I say, of special features on it. Special features, new masters from 2K Scan, audio commentary, director Stephen Brill, also co-writer and director Another audio commentary with the cast members, John Lovitz, Kevin Nealon, sorry, Henry Winkler, Ozzy Osbourne, and more. Adam Sandler Goes to Hell, a look behind the scenes. So you got a making of that. I'm not a big commentary guy, so that's where you start selling me. You start selling on me for when you start telling me that there's documentaries on this thing. I love documentaries. Satan's Top 40, featuring on camera Ronnie James Dio and more. That sounds pretty cool. And deleted, extended, and alternate scenes. Yeah. Okay. Sold now at your local Shout Factory / Scream Factory. That's the only place you can get this. I have well, actually, I'm lying. You can get it on Amazon, but I'll tell you, I'm pretty sure I got this during like a package deal. I want to say it was a 4th of July sale, and if you heard me talking before, they've been sending these things out randomly. Like I'll get one, I'll order like 5 or 6 different movies, but I'll get like 1 here and like 2 there and like 1 there, and then I get the one with the poster separate. And so finally Little Nicky came in, and I'm happy to add this and get my DVD out of the collection and throw this in with the Blu-rays. And with that said, my friends, thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you, and I hope you will stop by again. I'm here every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, and whenever anything really cool shows up at my front door. And with that said, my friends, I will see you later. You should have saved me some.